Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge and the state flag of Texas looking majestic tonight. We're coming to you live from Dallas, Texas. It's interconference time for the New York Knicks as they travel to enemy territory looking for a win. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. The Mavericks hoping to give a strong showing here for their home crowd. Well, it's been an improvement this year over last season. They made a lot of adjustments, and happy to see that they translate into some tangible results.
You know, right now, Dallas, they were a team that no one knew quite what to make of entering the season. But as the years gone on, it's become clear they're legit contenders.
Abundantly clear. I mean, they can compete with any team in the league, and I think they still have some upside, room for improvement.
Early on in the season, some players locked and loaded, others trying to find their groove. Clark, did you tend to be a fast starter, or did it take you some time to get a flow for your game as a season starter?
You know, Kevin, in my relatively short career, I experienced both. My rookie season, I started a little slow. I was in really good shape, knew I was going to play a lot, but it took a minute for me to find my traction. I started fast in my third year because I had been around the block a couple of times. I knew what my offseason needed to be like, and I had gotten off to a terrific start in my third and fourth year. And then the injury happened, and that was it. But I experienced both.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Knox out there with Vonleh. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Ntilikina in at the point. Passes it to Knox. Fires it up. And he connects with the jumper. Knox has got the first basket of the game for the Knicks. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Rick Carlisle and I did speak a few minutes ago. He told me he's looking forward to the matchup tonight. It's their first time against this team, so he is curious to see what his guys do on offense. He said it's important that we're aggressive defensively, that we use our length and shot blocking as a deterrent inside. We'll see if they can be successful tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks for the report, David. So their focus, guys, is going to be on defense right away.
And that's always a good philosophy. Don't let an opponent get settled. Try to take them out of their game early.
And, you know, that's all about energy. Coming out with fresh legs and putting a lot of effort into the defense.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Ntilikina kicks to Hardaway. Had the space there, but it's offline.
No other way to say it. Flat out bad defense. Didn't even contest the shot. Lucky for them, he misfired on it.
Pass to Nowitzki. Smith on the wing. Nowitzki a screen. Smith off the screen, and that misses everything. The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Hardaway gets it to go.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Smith the pass to Jordan. Out left to the wing. Nowitzki with it. Now defended by Vonleh. Jordan high post. Nowitzki sets a screen for Smith. Rebounded by Hardaway.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot. And if you're a pro, you need to make that one.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball. The Knicks making the shot. Nowitzki a screen. Smith. And the shot is long. Knicks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Vonleh kicks to Ntilikina. Inside. And Hardaway gets it to go. Hardaway has got his second basket.
I'm always appreciative of the aggressive mindset. Get it down in the paint and go to work with confidence.
Jordan the screen. Smith the pass to Jordan. To the inside. Hardaway with the steal. And here we go. Here's Ntilikina. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, I tell you what, easy to admire the skills of Ntilikina. I mean, he's a tall guard. He passes and shoots it well. Very efficient.
It's his first trip to the line.
And he hit 72% of his foul shots a season ago, but I'm not sure he's real thrilled with those numbers.
And that one falls for Ntilikina. And last season, LeBron said that the Knicks made a mistake passing on Dennis Smith Jr. in the draft. Of course, they took Frank Ntilikina out of France.
Yeah, a little shade thrown Ntilikina's way last season. Of course, he's one of the youngest players in that draft, and so plenty of time for this young man to fulfill his potential.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And the French native has already made an impact. Ntilikina is a young guard who plays with confidence and purpose.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they've been a bit unlucky. Some of it is poor shot selection. In a slump, no doubt. But it can be turned around. They just need to find ways to score the ball.
Yeah, looking here at some numbers for Smith. Last season's performance for him averaged about 15 points a game last season, 5 assists and 3 rebounds. And he's very steady with that second unit, running the offense and getting them into their sets.
Right. I mean, your backup point guard simply has to hold the fort, maintain the status quo, share the basketball, and minimize mistakes.
Now here's Barnes. Boy, he was something else against the Lakers. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And Nowitzki is money from the mid-range now. Like how high he keeps the ball. Really does a nice job of extending and keeping that ball away from the defense.
Here's Hardaway. He's coming off a 16-point game against Indiana.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Wasted no time on that one. The Knicks have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Ntilikina kicks to Vonleh. Cantor against Jordan. New York, no good that time either.
Tell you what, Kevin, they will take that look every time. Limited defense, great shot. Just came up empty. You live with those.
Outside Hardaway. And there's the pass to Knox. Lets the three fly. Buries it from three-point range. Knox has got his second basket of the night.
No explanation for giving up these wide open looks. Total breakdown. Unacceptable defense.
Screen by Smith. Puts up a three. Ntilikina with the rebound. The Knicks leading by 4. Hardaway, that's a two-pointer. Barnes grabs the miss.
That's what they want. A good look from the mid-range game. Hey, but unfortunately, they came up empty.
Nowitzki, the pass to Smith. And it's Noah Vonleh with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Barnes. Not going to go that time. So New York will take it the other way. And this is the first time they've matched up with the Mavericks this year.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
Well, you know, both of these teams know and understand when they face off, it's a very winnable game for either one of them.
And looking at Luka Doncic, incredibly mature for his age. Physically, the broad shoulders, weighing in about 230. Mentally, though, advanced understanding of how to play the game.
Dallas shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
first one falls for him. You know, Greg, it's amazing that Doncic, at his age, could already have such a complete offensive game.
I mean, a terrific skill set. In Europe, Doncic spent plenty of time as a primary ball handler. Obviously can score in a number of ways, just a versatile threat.
J.J. Barea checked in for Dallas. He's perfect from the line this time.
Yeah, the versatility and competitive fire of Doncic is impressive. You can just tell this kid loves to play the game.
Now, here's Vonleh. 11-point game his last outing. Here's Cantor. He kicks to Vonleh. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cantor with a screen on Barnes. Good on the triple. Knox has got his 3rd bucket of the night. Mavericks trail by 5. Nowitzki sets a screen for Barea. Pass to Jordan. Down low. Here's Nowitzki. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
Now, here's Cantor. 20 points for him last game against Indiana.
Yeah, but I thought the shot blocking was the real story. I mean, he was just everywhere. It got hard to keep track of all his rejections.
And here is Doncic after Tim Hardaway made that last 3-pointer. To the paint, here's Nowitzki, and count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, and he's connecting on a lot of his shots here, shooting a high percentage from the field, really giving his team a boost.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for New York.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Dwight Powell's checked in for the Mavericks. Matthews comes in for Barnes. Clark, there was a rules change not too long ago that promoted more help defense, less one-on-one defense. Good or bad?
I like it. Again, there's always going to be a premium on defending one-on-one, but positioning defenders where you can help better and more, I think it's trying to make sure the offensive side doesn't get too much of an advantage where the rules had gone in the past. So I think it's a nice balancing act for the game.
And Doncic gets it to go.
Boy, I like Nowitzki's mentality. He knows he can get his shot off anytime he wants to, but he likes setting up his guys too.
Here's Burke. Kicks it to Noah. Back to Burke. The putback. Powell pulls it in. The Mavericks trail it. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Now here's Barea. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And off there, he misses his first shot of the night. Doncic with the steal. They're running. Pull up Jay. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Barea's jump shot is usually right on point. When he gets room to shoot, he's able to pull that trigger fast.
Burke kicks to Hazonia. Noah the screen. Pass to Vonleh. Shoots off the screen, and he recovers it. Noah with a screen on Matthews. New York, no good that time either.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
A nice shot by Barea.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Knicks trail by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Hazonia kicks to Burke. Vonleh setting the pick for Burke. Trying to get back on track. Bangs home the trifecta. Burke's got the game tied up here for New York.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Now here's Barea. Stolen by Noah. Now here's Burke, guarded by Barea, and Hazonia gets it to go.
And Hazonia very good at keeping his concentration. He's not letting the defense get the better of him down low.
Outside Matthews. Over Hazonia. Matthews, no good. Last game for the Mavericks, they picked up the W against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
And that's what it comes down to, execution, especially when you're on the road. Can you follow your game plan? I thought they were awesome in that game.
Clock at 4. Pass to Azania. 1:46 left here in the first quarter. The pass to Baker. Noah the screen. Baker kicks to Burke. Noah with a screen on Nowitzki. And that one's good. Burke.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Correa, the pass to Matthews. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Vonleh. Tries it from 9. And there's another one for the Knicks.
And being that he's 6'8", Hezonja is really a menace inside. He gets his shot up easily in the paint area.
There's a screen. The feed to Nowitzki. Stolen by Noah. Pass to Burke. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Mavericks trailed by 6. Here's Powell. Good, and it's Correa who picks up the assist. Powell's got his first 2 points of the night.
Dwight Powell really showing continuing confidence in his inside game, and I think he's only going to get better down there.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To the paint, Burke makes it off the glass. Burke's got 7 points.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Barea. Burke covering. Barea kicks to Nowitzki. Over Noah. Can't connect from 14 feet out. And so it's the New York Knicks with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We've got more in store for you right after this. Enes Kanter traded to the Knicks in 2017. Said he was thrilled to go and play in New York.
Man, it's just like dream come true. I'm going to New York. Cause like for every player, man, you just want to come to New York. It's a big city, a lot of people, crazy fans. And I mean, of course, the most famous arena in the world. And I was definitely so happy.
That's a great place to play, the Mecca.
And they're hungry for a winner. I think Kanter's willingness to mix it up and challenge opposing teams has endeared him to the fans.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
I mean, you saw it. That barrage of threes has them grooving here after one.
Rolling, absolutely rolling, flat out killing it from beyond the arc.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Mejri. J.J. Barea is out there with Matthews. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Doncic in at the 3 slot. Here's Barea following the basket by Emmanuel Mudiay. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Mejri misses.
A highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
I thought the pass looked good and just came up a skosh short, but I like the initiative and the intention.
Baker passes to Vonleh. It's deflected.
Like seeing Powell flex his muscle on the defensive end. Really good at timing his jump to block the shots.
Outside Matthews. The 15-footer. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Dwight Powell, a nice player who has carved out a good role for himself on this team. You can start him if you need to, Clark, or he'll give you a spark off the bench.
I think his greatest value is, though, bringing that spark off the bench. I mean, some guys are just as productive in limited minutes as they would be in starting minutes. So he's one of those kinds of guys. He's excellent at finishing around the rim and creating havoc with his activity at both ends of the floor.
The Mavericks pull it in.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Doncic kicks to Powell. It's deflected. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Here's Hezonja. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now here's Matthews. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Lakers. Barea kicks to Powell. Fires, high post, and there's the call on measure. That's his first foul. Barnes, he's checked in for Doncic. The Knicks leading by 10. There's a screen by Cantor. Moutier passes to Cantor. He dishes it to Hardaway. Back to Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Dallas calls timeout. As we take a look at the power forward position, Clark, one you know very well, who are some of the more underrated guys at that power forward spot?
Wow, underrated. You always run into some interesting names when you think about underrated. You know, I think a guy that perhaps has finally found himself with the talent that he came into the league with is James Johnson down in Miami. He does a little bit of everything, had one of his best seasons this past year. And Taj Gibson, I think, is undervalued for what he brings in toughness, shooting, and defense.
Here's Smith following the basket by Emmanuel Moutier. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Aggressiveness is fine, but you can't be this over-aggressive. I think he's got to dial it back some. They need him on the floor.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Lobs it up for Jordan, and going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes.
A moment here to look at the numbers for Hardaway. Some last season stats for him. Put up about 17 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Now here's Moutier. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Matthews, no one around him. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists now in this one. There's the pick. Moutier kicks to Hezonja. Passes it to Knox. Back to Hezonja. Kanter, high post. There's a screen by Kanter. 6 to shoot. Pass to Knox. Puts up a 3. Drops in the tray. Knox has got the lead up to 14 now for New York.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Outside Jordan. Smith with a screen on Kanter. Back to Matthews. Another 3 for Dallas.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
The Knicks leading by 11. Moutier kicks to Hezonja. The pass to Knox. They set the pick. And the foul on Dennis Smith Jr. That'll be his second foul of the game. Ntilikina, he's checked in for Mario Hezonja. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Barnes. And the lead is down inside single digits. Barnes has got his first points in this one.
And it's nice watching Barnes. I like seeing him convert through contact. That, to me, demonstrates how strong he is on these finishes.
There's a screen by Cantor. Here's Knox. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Matthews passes to Jordan. And that one, good.
Jordan very efficient in the paint because of his length. Close to the bucket, he's hard to deal with.
There's a screen by Cantor. Moutier kicks to Hardaway. Knocks down the 3-ball. Hardaway has got 10 points in the game.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
I think he's got to be more aggressive, stronger, getting through those screens. Can't allow shooters that kind of space to pull the trigger.
Now here's Matthews. 6 points for him. Barnes. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Fades. Cantor's shot is off.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
Count it. 6 points for Barnes.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Here's Knox. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Indiana. Jordan, high post. The kick out to Barnes. No good on the triple. The Knicks leading by 6. Pass to Knox. He can't get that one to fall. And the Mavericks going the other way now.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the fourth.
No good from Jordan. New York's gotten 2/3 of their 3-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. Here's Knox. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Jordan the screen. Pass to Mejri to the middle. Stolen by Cantor. Here's Knox. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. First free throw is good. And the Dallas Mavericks, despite having the 3rd worst record in the league, they had the league's highest attendance rate.
Really rabid fan base there, and they also donated quite a few tickets as well to schools, charities, you name it. So that helps when you talk about filling the arena. And quite honestly, it's a good move because kids are the fans of the future.
Here's Smith. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Dallas calls timeout.
And a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers.
A chance here to take a moment and compare the front court and back court scoring on the night for New York.
And they haven't needed a whole lot of work done inside because of what their guards are doing. It's been an outstanding performance by the fellas in that backcourt.
Second chance shot. No basket. Missed number 5 out of his 8 shots.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Ntilikina can't hit. Mavericks trail by 10. Jordan high post. Rebounded by Knox. New York's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Ntilikina passes to Cantor. That's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Outside Hardaway. Cantor with a screen on Barnes. Here's Hardaway.
Barnes is a committed defender. I mean, love how he goes all out to challenge shots.
Stolen away. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Here's Knox. Here's Cantor. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Cantor's got his second basket of the game. Barnes outside. Back to Smith. Dallas moving it around. Jordan kicks to Nowitzki. Smith outside. Just 5 to shoot. And the officials call a traveling violation. Well, while we have a second, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a list of the league's top shooters from last season. DeAndre Jordan is second, and of course, Enes Kanter.
As well as these two shot the ball, it was a nightmare situation for a defender guarding either one of them. It's so hard to stop them from getting their shots off.
Now here is Hardaway. 10 points for him. There's a screen by Kanter. Hardaway passes to Knox, and it's sent back by Nowitzki.
Love how Nowitzki uses his long arms there on defense. Solid at coming up with blocks.
Smith outside. Nailed from three-point land. Smith's got it back down to within single digits for the Mavs. New York's gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. Kicks to Kanter. Dishes it to Burke. Goes up on the high post. And again, it's New York.
Great awareness. No reason to take it inside there against the taller man.
Yeah, he knew he had him beat, Greg. I mean, that was clear. Took advantage of the space he had and then calmly and quietly drained it from the mid-range. That's good basketball.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. Following the miss by DeAndre Jordan. Ntilikina passes to Burke. Hardaway sets a screen for Burke. No good with the triple.
Has not made another three since the one he drilled in the first, but still, you got to defend him from beyond the arc.
That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. 11 points for Trey Burke.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
Doncic is checked in for the Mavericks. Barea comes in for Dennis Smith. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Noah's checked in. .119 left in the first half of basketball. Nowitzki kicks to Barnes. Shot clock at 5. Ntilikina with the rebound. Ntilikina's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Kanter, the pass to Noah. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Count it.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Vitally important. I mean, if you relax for a second, you're cooked. You're toast. They learned that lesson there.
And DeAndre Jordan this last offseason opting out of his contract with the LA Clippers. He felt, Greg, obviously it was time to move on.
It didn't take long for Jordan to find a new home here in Dallas. Had almost signed with them last time he was a free agent. Closed the deal this time around. Still has a lot to offer
shot,
and
gentlemen.
a really good fit for this team inside.
Free throw good, Jordan.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
That shot wide open. Hazanya's got 9.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 10. Here's Barnes. Knicks with the rebound. Vonleh's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And Hazonia clearly capable of knocking down the triple. I mean, his shooting form is as good as it gets.
Now Barea. Here's Barnes. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And so it's New York in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks. Rick, what do you not like about how your team is playing so far?
Well, we weren't into it. We missed the block out. We were taking a couple of bad shots. So we just need to refocus. Key in this game, we got to take away their open jump shots and threes, and we got to rebound.
Rick, thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. New York holding the upper hand after the first two quarters. They're leading by 16. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, they went downtown and threw a party, and fortunately, we were all invited. The key is their shooters weren't afraid to pull the trigger on open looks, and it's a blowout right now.
And Shaq, what did you see from Dallas?
Well, their sloppy play really surprised me, especially the turnovers. No matter who they had out there, they never seemed to be on the same page. Their only hope is to make every possession count, and that means taking care of the ball.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
Cars crossing back and forth over the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge as we welcome you back to Dallas. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. So it's the Knicks now. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
You know, a poor shooting night. I just got the sense they didn't work hard enough to get good looks.
Well, the effort plainly was not there. I mean, they often settled for tougher, lower percentage shots, and that makes it hard to win.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Ntilikina. Then there's Vonleh. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Knox in at the three.
Kevin can't leave anybody open around Smith. I mean, he finds them quickly. Love his court awareness.
The Knicks leading by 14. There's a screen by Kanter. Ntilikina kicks to Hardaway. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and two shots coming up.
And Tim Hardaway Jr. returning to New York with a 4-year, $71 million contract that surprised many. He's got to shoot better than he did last season to be worth that kind of money.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Hardaway, of course, the son of former all-star point guard Tim Hardaway, who played with the Warriors in the Heat.
Yeah, I mean, Hardaway Jr. much more comfortable, I think, off the ball in terms of spotting up and attacking. Definitely has worked on his ball handling and creating a little bit more of his own offense.
Hardaway hits them both. Mavericks trail by 16. Nowitzki a screen for three. Smith rebounded by Knox. Knicks shooting straight 49% from the field. Vonleh with it. Now Smith defending. Vonleh, the pass to Ntilikina. Back to Vonleh. Here's Knox, defended by Nowitzki. 3 on the clock, shoots it up. Hardaway, no good. Dallas has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Here's Smith. Misses off the left iron.
And, you know, Kevin, this team is struggling a bit right now. I mean, I hope he can find his rhythm and start making his shots out there soon. Otherwise, ...
Some nice passing by New York here. Cantor sets the pick for Hardaway. Good on the three-point shot. Hardaway has got 15.
They're not going to run that play very often, but hey, they'll take it. Way to notch that three.
Nowitzki sets a screen for Smith. Barnes left side. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
And, you know, 1 for 4, not a good start. I mean, they got to play with a little more energy this half.
Here's Ntilikina. There's a screen by Cantor. Elbow shot is on the way. That doesn't go either for Hardaway. Mavericks trailed by 19. The three from Barnes gets the three-pointer to fall. 9 points in the game so far.
Got to appreciate how high Barnes keeps the ball, because that doesn't allow the defense a chance to alter his shot because he's got it extended and up high.
The shot's good from Ntilikina.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Dallas calls timeout.
You think of all the iconic players and the shots or moves associated with them. Hard to top Dirk in his one-legged fadeaway. I mean, it's one of the most unorthodox and most effective shots. And the fact that he's a 7-footer and does it that way, unique.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers for Ntilikina. How he did last season. Averaged about 6 points a game last season. 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And his rookie season, an opportunity to learn the NBA game. He's hoping to take a larger role in his sophomore campaign.
Well, he had the whole summer to work on his game now. I believe he will take that next step forward in his development.
Jordan the screen. Nowitzki with it. Now defended by Vonleh. And here is Doncic. He's got 10. Here's Jordan. It's blocked. Here's Vonleh. They get the rebound. Hardaway, no good.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Now, here is Smith. No good off the front iron.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Cantor kicks to Ntilikina. On the wing, Hardaway. There's a screen by Cantor. It's Hardaway with the drive. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Nobody near Barnes. Off target from outside. The Knicks leading by 18. Here's Vonleh. Good on the shot.
Yeah, I like the feel Ntilikina showed there. I mean, nice sense of where he was and what was available.
Dallas has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Smith left side. From outside the arc. Here's Jordan, and it's Jordan with the jam. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 12 rebounds.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
Here's Smith. The Knicks making the shot. He kicks it to Nowitzki. It's deflected. Here's Ntilikina. He's got 8. Hardaway, no good.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. You know what, Greg? There may not be a more likable superstar in the NBA than Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, everyone loves Nowitzki.
And a large part of that is just Dirk plays the game with a smile on his face, it seems, at all times. His play style is one that is hard to root against, having so much skill in the body of a 7-footer. And it's one thing to be respected by everybody. It's another to be loved by everyone in that regard. And Dirk's, he's one of a kind.
2-2.
The first one falls.
You know, it really shows on the face of Nowitzki how much he loves playing the game. And that kind of enthusiasm is infectious.
Wesley Matthews checked in for Barnes. The Knicks also changing it up. Mario Hezonja's checked in for Noah Vonleh. Ron Baker comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Moutier in for Frank Ntilikina. Both free throws good from Nowitzki. In terms of competitive balance, Clark, with 2-3 teams being the heavy favorites every year, what do the other teams really have to play for?
Well, first and foremost, the opportunity to rewrite that script. I mean, just because teams are heavy favorites don't mean they're going to prevail in competition. So that's the first thing. And you never know what can happen. We've talked about it before, Kevin, the unpredictability of teams and seasons, how they play out, injuries, personnel, all of that stuff factors in. So if you're a competitor, you want to knock off whoever's expected to be the top team.
Back to Hezonja. Connects from three-point range. Hezonja's got 15.
Man, I like how Hezonja moves in these situations, getting to the exact right spot, his spot, thanks to the pick.
Smith the pass to Matthews. They set the pick. Fades back. Tries again. Moutier with the rebound. The Knicks leading by 21. Pass to Knox. Cantor inside. He's against Jordan. The shot's good from Cantor. Cantor's got his third bucket of the night.
Kevin, that's beautiful. With the guy all over him, the fadeaway was about the only option he had, and he cashed in on it.
9 feet out. Doncic, no good. New York with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Nowitzki with the steal. Here's Matthews. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Yeah, you know, Wesley Matthews has made himself an efficient scorer who also has gained a reputation as a good defender.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Free throw, good. Matthews.
And, you know, Wes Matthews still a very talented player in this league. I mean, excellent presence on both ends of the floor, and he certainly has always been a solid defender on the wing.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Measury, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Dwight Powell comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Barea subbed in for Smith. Both free throws good from Matthews. And for Matthews, he prides himself on being a two-way player.
And, you know, his three-point shooting percentage might not be that impressive, but given the volume of threes he takes, pretty solid. He's a terrific character guy, hard-working, always engaged. And he doesn't need to have the ball to stay involved. I mean, this guy's never going to be a star, but he's going to be one of those guys that always adds value to a team.
Here's Knox, guarded by Powell. Clock at 4. Lets it go.
And Powell is a really reliable defender. I mean, he's excellent using his length and his quickness to throw shooters off.
One-on-one fast break. Here's Moutier with the tip. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Noah's got his first bucket of the night.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 10. Powell with the screen. Doncic, no good.
Boy, Kevin, he just clanked that one. I mean, surprising because the defense wasn't really in the picture.
Now the pass to Knox. Ball's knocked loose, out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Nowitzki.
And this is a bit of a nightmare game for him thus far. Just nothing working, and it has to be affecting his confidence. He just doesn't look like the player he normally is out there, and you can see it in his body language after every missed shot. Boy, this is tough.
Now here's Barea. Pass to Mejri. Dallas moving the ball around. Powell with the screen. Here's Doncic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And Luka Doncic, not the top pick in the draft this past June, but one of the more exciting names out of this rookie class.
Dallas made a point to trade up and draft him. Doncic not playing in the summer league as he has had a hefty workload in Europe before the draft. Still came away with Euro MVP honors, and at his age, that is incredible.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And he makes the first.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Burke, he's checked in for New York. He's perfect from the line this time. The Knicks leading by 21. Passes it to Hazanya. Noah with a screen on Barea. Noah the screen. Powell with the steal. Mejri with it. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change.
Man, when he's got the height advantage down low, it's over. Forget about it. It's a wrap. You got to send more help if you're the defense.
Now here's Burke, guarded by Barea. Now here's Burke, 11 points in the game. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Powell with the screen, and stolen by Burke. Here's Knox. The quick look, no good that time. Mavericks trail by 21. Over in the corner, Doncic feeds to Matthews. Can't cash in from close range. New York's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Here's Hazanya. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And you know, this is why Hazanya was picked 5th overall in the 2015 NBA draft. He's efficient and a deadly scorer.
Now here's Powell. Right side Matthews. Over Baker. Matthews no good. New York leading by 23. To the middle. Here's Hazanya. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Doncic has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Inside. Picked him clean. And pushing it up. Here's New York. Pass to Knox. Off target with his 3.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I'm sure he's frustrated, Greg, because nothing is falling right now. But he's going to keep chipping away at it, and that's the attitude. Stay with it.
Now here's Matthews. He's got 8, 5 to shoot, and the call will be against Joakim Noah. That's his first foul. The Knicks making a switch here. Conley's checked in. Powell kicks to Matthews. Over Hazanya. Dallas no good that time either.
And I think these are the shots he's got to avoid taking. I mean, already struggling. He's not helping his team right now looking at those shots.
And there's the call on Mejri. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Dallas making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. Here's Knox, guarded by Powell. Knox the pass to Burke. Inside shot. That shot missing. Good D by Barnes. There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. Powell kicks to Barea. Back to Powell. The pass to Doncic. To end the drought. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Boy, he's been excellent thus far, Kevin, but it still hasn't been enough to get them the lead.
The Mavericks haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
One shot. One shot.
That free throw good from Doncic. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And now here's Hazonia. D right on him. And going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes. Here's Baker. Banked in off the glass.
And you could tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
Now here's Barea. Burke covering. Now Barea. Pass to Barnes. With 4 seconds on the clock. He can't get that one. And so it's New York holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
Hey, it's all about who's more physical. And you got to meet them early in defensive possession. These guys are going to wear down, but we got to make them wear down.
Well, imploring his guys to up the aggressiveness on the defensive side.
And Kevin, preaching physicality. When you play for Coach Carlisle, you got to bring energy.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. On the wings, it's Doncic and Barnes. Dwight Powell is out there with measuring, and it's Barea in at the 1 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And now here's the upcoming schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. On Tuesday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz.
And for that matchup with the Thunder, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
That free throw good from Barea.
You know, when I think of J.J. Barea, one of the words that comes to mind is fearless. I mean, he never hesitates to go right at big guys in the paint. Not afraid to force a tough pass through traffic. He's a very aggressive offensive player, and when you're as small as he is, sometimes that's the way you thrive.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. With Barea, he is usually the shortest player, Clark, on the court, so he has no choice but to be fearless.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, smaller guys typically play with an edge because it's been instilled in them from early on in their careers, because everybody tends to doubt guys that don't have great size. Barea knows how to play in space and understands the value of ball movement. And when other guys try to bully him, that little hombre is pretty strong, and he pushes right back.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
Dallas, no good that time either.
+8, so one more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Great positioning on the putback.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Knicks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Azania, and it's off from three-point range. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And it's Noah Vonleh with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. With social media providing instantaneous news, Clark, players have to really watch what they say now. I mean, before they hit the send button.
Yeah, you got to pause before you peck, and you got to pause before you post. That's one of the things I would tell.
Well said. Well said.
That's what I would tell guys when I was talking about this landscape that they're in. Heavily scrutinized, and to the NBA players' credit, they've done a great job with social media. They're very visible. They're very accessible. They're well connected to the community through their platforms. But you do have to exercise some caution in how you go about your social media profile.
Burke, the pass to Thomas. There's a screen by Robinson. Dotson. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Kleba. There's the screen. Pass to Finney-Smith. They need this, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Trey Burke.
Two shots.
And the first one drops. Mark, it always seems that coaches get fired a lot, and there's kind of the rotating names there. But the GMs who hire them stay in place. What's your take on that?
Yeah, you know, it's fairly complex, Kevin. I don't know if we have enough time to delve in it effectively here, but my initial feeling is every circumstance is a little different, and sometimes it's a little easier to move the coach than the general manager for whatever reason. But there should be more accountability for GMs, not just for who they draft, but also who they hire as coaches. So I'm mixed, but I kind of understand why sometimes the coach is a little more readily expendable.
Here's Brunson. And the call will be against Emmanuel Mudiay. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early, and just one more will put him over the limit.
Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Kleba kicks to Finney-Smith. Here's measuring.
And the defense has really locked down on them in this half. They need to start working to get some higher percentage shots.
Dallas has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Kleba, the pass to Brunson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And here's Mudiay. Outside Hardaway. Robinson sets a screen for Hardaway. 6 to shoot. It's tipped, but he gets it back. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
It just seemed like they were out of sync and waited way too long.
Harris kicks to Kleba. Finney-Smith passes to Harris. They set the pick. Offensive rebound. Here's Kleba, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And he knocks down the first one. One of those ongoing discussions about adding a fourth referee, Clark. Would that help us, you think, call the game more accurately?
No, it would just crowd the court more.
Right.
I mean, come on, what are we talking about here? There's a human element to everything we do. Calls are going to be missed. We've grown and gotten better and highlighting different aspects of calls, being more transparent about it. The video replay, I think, has been more good than bad in the game. There are going to be mistakes. You make them, I make them, the referees make them, coaches make them, players make them. We can't totally eliminate the human element of the game. A fourth official would not add to the ability to get more calls right. They're getting 94, 95% of them right now. You think another official is going to move the needle? Come on.
Now here is Harris. There's the pick. Lets it go from 14. That one wide left.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And here is Harris after Tim Hardaway made that last three-pointer. Harris outside. Here's Kleba. Harris outside. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
It's intercepted. And there's the pass to Moutier. And he comes up with the deuce.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. There's a screen. Pass to Kleba. Kicks to Harris. 5 to shoot. Over Moutier. Harris, no good. New York's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Offensive rebound and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
Clark, we know of your involvement with college basketball, calling the Final Four. College teams occasionally change conferences here in the NBA. There's talk of eliminating conferences altogether.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a bit of a traditionalist here. I'm open to change, but I think there would need to be more rationale behind the change than what I've heard or read. So I think keeping it the way it is fine. So that tradition aspect of it is what I'm hanging my hat on. Anytime you try to manipulate matchups, though, to me, is walking down the wrong road. So, in my opinion, we should stay with the conferences for now.
I like that thought. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. And Matthews kicks to Barnes, hits the three-point bomb.
Barnes, one of the best catch-and-shoot guys around. Awesome at filling out the defense and then taking advantage of what's available.
It's Robinson, top of the key. New York, no good that time either. Dallas has gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. Well, Clark, some G League salaries on the rise due to two-way contracts.
Yeah, and I think some of it is a function, Kevin, of the league's prosperity and success as revenues continue to grow. But I don't think it's a handout. I mean, when these guys get called up to the NBA, they've got to continue to be ready to produce and contribute, because at the end of the day, it's about production if you're going to make your way into the NBA.
And that one falls for Robinson. Doncic is checked in for Dallas. Robinson hits them both. Dallas has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Jordan the screen. Smith kicks to Jordan. Here's Barnes. They get it again. Doncic. The layup off target. Knicks shooting here in the fourth quarter, around 41%. Ntilikina passes to Vonleh. 2 points. That one goes.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Jordan the screen. Barnes outside. Tries from 10. Here's Smith. Got a piece of it, but he recovers it to the middle. Passes to Robinson. Got it. Good job in the low post. Robinson's got 4 this quarter.
An active passer with good awareness. When Ntilikina spots the open teammate, he gets it to him.
Doncic with it. Nowitzki inside. Vonleh on him, and he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
Yeah, I like that confidence and power on display by Nowitzki there. Even when the defense is bumping him and making it tough, he stays right with it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Mejri, he's checked in for Deonton, and Barea subbed in for Smith. The Knicks also changing it up. Noah comes in for Robinson, and it's Baker in for Knox. And that one falls for Nowitzki. You know, there's always this debate, Clark. Could the best teams 20 years ago beat the best teams of today?
I think there would be some compelling matchups, and I think you would find winners on both sides from different eras. I really do. It's hard to compare just because of the difference in eras and periods, but really good championship teams typically could handle most teams in the current era. I believe that in all sports. So compelling matchups, and I do think some teams from a couple of decades ago could handle some of the teams that we see winning championships now.
One shot.
And that one misses. New York's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Ntilikina kicks it to Noah. Pass to Baker. Shot clock at 5. With the teardrop, Mejri with the rebound. Dallas has gone 7 of 15 from 3-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Second shot opportunity. That one's not going to go. Great D that time from Hardaway. Ntilikina passes to Baker. Vonleh dishes to Noah. And Noah with the slam.
Being aware there, excellent recognition, fantastic playmaking leading to the nice shot.
Barea kicks to Barnes. 1:53 left to play in the final quarter. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Just a touch. I mean, it seems like he's forcing shots a little bit to me, Greg. Not playing his game right now, and with every miss, the pressure intensifies.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, as a former outstanding rebounder myself, I can certainly appreciate what this guy is doing. An extraordinary combination of talent and desire is what allows him to do what he's done today. Great performance.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Knicks.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And I love what they accomplished here tonight. Made the plays they had to, and that's why they'll go up 1-0 in their season series against the Mavericks.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Tim Hardaway.
Well, I like the ferocity on defense now. He was constantly putting himself in the path of steals and coming up with them, too.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Exactly. Cold-blooded. Separation solidified. Great effort.
Now here's Barnes. Nowitzki a screen. Stolen away. Here's Ntilikina. So no problem for New York as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Joe. Nice win tonight. What was your team's attitude coming into the game?
Yeah, we played hard tonight. We're getting better. We just got to keep going. You know, it's a work in progress. And, you know, we just got to keep fighting and get as many W's as possible.
Well, the trend line is looking good so far right now, Joe. Thanks again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.